So what determines my lens? So when I ask this question in classes, I get a wide variety of answers, right? So some people say a lens is driven by interest, and that's true. Yeah, what I'm interested in is going to color my lens. Some people give an answer about, well, focus or agenda, goals, motives. Absolutely. What I want to do will drive. So you wanted to count the passes, so you chose to count the passes and not let in other information. So motives, agenda, focus, what you want to do, does it color your lens? Absolutely. Our beliefs, our ideas about what things should be colors our lens. Is that true? Is that where we're getting into Pygmalion effect with? That indeed is true. And we have a name for that in psychology. We call it the confirmation bias. So what is the confirmation bias in a nutshell? Confirmation bias is the idea that this selective perception, the bounded awareness of letting certain information in and not letting certain information in, which translates into seeing some part of reality but not seeing some part of reality, is not a very innocent filter. This lens, this filter is driven by what I want to see, what I believe to be true. So the idea is that my beliefs, my ideas about how things should be or how things are actually influences the nature of this lens to selectively let in information that will confirm or validate these beliefs and ideas I have, and to selectively keep out information that disconfirms the beliefs or ideas that I already hold to be true. So what I'm saying is that the mental models, our beliefs are part of the mental models. These mental models actually influence this belief, and that is the confirmation bias. Now, when I say it is a bias, it means there is a tendency to let in more information that will validate and confirm what I already hold to be true, and a tendency to leave out information that will not. It doesn't mean that I am absolutely blind to any information that disconfirms and that I'm going to make up information that confirms. It just means there's a bias. There's a higher probability of this and a lesser probability of that. Let's do another little quick experiment to see how this plays out. So take a look at the following 4 cards, and suppose somebody were to tell you that each of the cards has a number on one side and an alphabet on the other side. So it is given that each card has a number on one side and an alphabet on the other side. Then someone tells you, if a card has a vowel on one side, then it has an even number on the other side. Which one of the cards would you need to turn in order to verify this? Take a minute and note down your answers. So what were your answers? Did you pick E, K, 4, 7? Which ones did you pick? If you picked E, then you're among the majority of people who do pick E. Now the reason E gets picked very easily is because it gives us a chance to confirm the hypothesis as well as a chance to disconfirm the hypothesis. Most people don't pick K. A lot of people pick the card 4. So if you picked 4, you're again among the majority, right? And 4 gives us an opportunity to confirm the hypothesis. If you pick 7, if you pick the card 7, then you're among less than 2% of the population of the people who've taken this test in various contexts, from school to business graduates to engineers to just various audiences. This experiment has been done again and again and again, and less than 2% of people pick the card 7. Why is that? This is because the card 7 gives us a chance to disconfirm the hypothesis. And unlike E, it only gives us a chance to disconfirm the hypothesis. That is confirmation bias. And this is what confirmation bias is telling you, that we actively tend to seek out information, seek out opportunities to confirm the hypothesis or belief that we hold in our minds. And we tend to disregard opportunities to disconfirm hypotheses and beliefs that we have in our mind, just like we don't pick the card 7 very easily. Now, this is what is really interesting about this is that in this particular experiment, the cards that you just did, the little game, the puzzle that you solved, the hypothesis was something that I briefly mentioned to you, a minute, just a few seconds in fact, before you did the exercise. I said if a card has a vowel on one side, then it has an even number on the other side. Even then the confirmation bias plays out, right? And this has been verified experimentally. But the confirmation bias is far more stronger when the belief or hypothesis is something that's deeply ingrained, something that I believe to be whole true. Because what drives the confirmation bias is the ego, the idea that we want to seek out evidence that confirms what we hold to be true, what we believe to be true. So the closer the belief, the more important the idea of or hypothesis that you hold in your mind, the stronger the confirmation bias is to play out.